Three, two.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to the DreadLore live stream, where we're playing the Red Writ.
The Red.
So much fun. Tonight we have, as usual, Daniel Hulker, Drizzle. Actually, no, shoot. No, I'm just so used to calling you Drizzle, I just totally forgot your name now. Huh?
Drizzle's fine.
Yeah, Drizzle.
He is the Driz.
Bill Bunkum, and whoa.
Who is not the
Names
Driz?
are hard. And Ken, do I actually know your last name?
How?
Howl. Yeah, names are hard. I've never been good at names. I apologize.
Well, we change our names like every other episode. I mean,
That's
there's
fair.
like six different, yeah. So
And then there's me, Andrea Elliott-Johnson. We
you got like 13.
have, yeah, so many names. Got a lot of names. We want to thank our music, which is provided by all lowercase letters. We have our Patreon members, Daniel Hoker, Tim Roberts, and who's the new one again? Nostalgic. Yeah.
And Natalia Cline.
And Natalia Cline. We got 4 Patreon members now, which is awesome. We have, of course, Couchfire Media providing the lovely visuals. And we have Terrible Productions, who is responsible for all the juicy lore and, all the stuff that makes the game itself, which is nice.
Yeah, whoever the fuck they are.
Daniel, who are our sponsors for tonight?
First of all, just let me know. I don't have bad breath, do I?
I don't think so.
Okay, good.
Are we introducing? Wait! Is our sponsor Smell-O-Vision from Futurama?
No, it's
Oh
not.
man.
No. Here's a sponsor. In today's fast-paced world where efficiency and convenience often dictate our choices, it's a rare delight to come across a solution that not only meets but exceeds our expectations. Imagine, if you will, a tool so versatile it seamlessly integrates into your daily routine, empowering you to achieve your goals with unparalleled ease. This isn't just about making tasks simpler, it's about transforming the way we approach our day-to-day lives, infusing them with joy and satisfaction. The beauty of this innovation lies in its simplicity. It's designed with you in mind, ensuring that every interaction is intuitive and every experience is rewarding. From the moment you begin, you'll notice a difference. A subtle shift towards a more efficient, more productive lifestyle. It's not just about what you accomplish, but how you feel as you cross each item off of your to-do list. It's a sense of achievement, of course, but also a deeper satisfaction, knowing that you're utilizing a tool that understands your needs. Quality is at the heart of this marvel. Crafted with meticulous attention to detail, it stands as a testament to the power of excellence. Durability and reliability aren't just promised, they're embedded in every aspect of its design, ensuring that it not only meets, but stands the test of time. This is about innovating and investing in a solution that grows with you, adapting to your evolving needs while maintaining
What's in the box, Daniel? What's in the box?
standards of performance.
What's in the box?
But what truly sets this apart is its ability to connect in an age where technology often isolates. Here is a product that brings us closer to what matters most. It's about enhancing relationships, making it easier to share the moments that define our lives. And whether it's reaching out to loved ones, collaborating with colleagues, or simply enjoying a moment of solitude, it's the perfect backdrop, enriching each experience with its presence.
You had to use ChatGPT. There's no way.
Yeah.
Are you? I was gonna say. That's a good bit. That's a good bit. That's a good bit. It needs to be like 10 minutes longer.
No, it is.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Isn't that you did another one when you were? So I don't know if you guys know, Holker used to do stand up, and I'm trying to get him to go back on stage. You had one where you were doing it, and you were waiting till people finally stopped you. I can't remember what the bit was. Something along those lines. Like you were just going and going and going and going until someone finally was like, "Dude, what the fuck?" I can't remember. Do you remember?
That's like all of them.
Okay, well, there we go. There we go. It's like the aristocrats joke. We will not do here. Andrea, continue.
Yeah. So last game, we confronted Lady Callie. Well, we entered the sunken temple, quote unquote, that we're calling it. I mean, is that fair as the official name now?
I mean, there's a sign outside, and
Fair.
it's called the Sunken Temple. Kind of an ominous. You like walk by. Oh shit.
But yes, so we admittedly I missed part of that because I went down hard that time.
Mm-hmm.
But
Stop that chronic.
yeah. But yeah, so I hear that there was some terrible creature that was reaching out and tried what exactly. So can somebody else do the recap for that part, because I actually don't remember, right? Obviously.
Who wants to do the recap?
There was a worm.
A worm.
Who was breaching a hole through reality, and if its tentacle touched you, it sucked the life force out of you.
Pretty terrible.
Kim went to make out with it. Howard went to make out with it.
There was once a worm named Majorny that made Nord really horny.
Nord,
I don't know if you guys knew, but Ken used to be stand-up.
I shot at it, and Tony cast a spell on it, and we got it to retreat back to its own dimension, so we could get past it, but the seal didn't close.
Yeah, it's sort of like a scar is still there.
Yeah.
And you guys were told what that realm is called. Leah got into a conversation a couple sessions ago with a person who apparently is a wizard named Onus. And Onus was talking about the realms, which I think you guys could probably guess or maybe conceptualize as different dimensions, different planes of existence, that sort of thing. But they talked about where this creature was. You guys actually found out what the creature likely is. Both Nord and Tony did. Does anyone remember what it's called? Good. So these things were called abstracts. That's pretty straightforward. Oh. This particular thing is called an ambioidiche. Ambioidiche. Think of it like amoeba.
Ambioidiche is in my note.
Yeah. Ambioidiche is literally what this is. And the way it's described in Tony's book, it's a monster that, or this sentient being, that's like the size of a thunderhead. It's and that's a small one. Like a small one of these things is absolutely mountainous in proportion, and they have sort of tentacles that leak off of them, and those tentacles can bore into other realms. The abstract itself can't. And so yeah, they voraciously eat ethos, is what. Anyway, the place where it was, I don't think you necessarily found out. They just call it the Void. It's not really the Void, and I don't know if that's become clear to you all or not, but it's pretty metaphysical shit you can get into later, because I can see your eyes glazing over. So you rolled into the temple proper. There's a large, it's not really a dais. How to put this? Because I described it before. You have an octagonal room. It's massive, extremely large ceiling, vaulted and such. And in the middle of it is a massive platform. There's steps leading up. It's kind of like this miniature ziggurat that's 20, 30 feet tall. And there were people in here. You guys killed them. They were acolytes. You recognized two people on the second sort of platform, or I should say the center platform has 2 levels. And on the first level, there was Rebecca Foster and Marcus Mizrahi. At the apex of it, you had Lady Callie, and on his knees, all beaten up and screwed, Detective John, who was one of the 2x2 Hands of Blue guys. And a massive beatdown occurred where you guys used the game mechanics to get as many turns as you want. And yeah, you laid the waste to most everyone in this room. Now, I wanna emphasize a couple things. The way you're seeing is there's firelight in here, braziers with a sort of blue fire raging in them. There is this massive platform in front of you, which means what's behind it, no one has seen. You don't know what's behind it. I don't know if I'm describing this or not because I'm getting nothing from you. So I can't tell. I need like a head nod or something. The platform itself, the first level, you can go all the way around. As in there's a stairway that leads up to it, and then you can walk all the way around it. Then the stairway continues to the very top of it. Right? So the point is there's places in the room you can't see. The ceiling itself, you can barely see because it's 50, 60 feet tall and very dimly lit by this fire. Yeah, that's pretty much what you guys had last time. Anyone have anything to add to this?
I am currently in a puff of smoke, as per usual.
That's not drugs.
That is not drugs.
From the flash.
Well, it is drugs.
So he's not currently Puff the Magic Dragon?
No, I mean I didn't inhale. Is
No.
all I'm gonna say.
No, it's from Flash the Magic Bang.
So yeah, flash the magic bang. I'm standing on the very tippy top, I guess, of this whole thing. And I feel really pokey.
I used the book and I found out that the 2 people are Abigail DuPont and Gregory James.
Nice. Well done. You'll get a pip for actually remembering all that or writing down good notes.
Yeah. And I know that I
There's
got
Greg
Detective
James.
John at the bottom.
Abigail DuPont.
What'd you say, Drizzle?
Oh, I've got... Because I pulled Detective John out of the fire, and me and him are at the bottom of the dais.
Yeah, I believe so. What the reason all that happened? No, because of. Nor
Yeah.
do you remember what you did?
I parkoured into the room and threw a flashbang at Lady Callie's feet, and we kind of like interrupted them mid whatever meditation or mid cult ritual. And then we proceeded to murder those Abigail and Greg and the other
Or fucking
acolyte.
Greg James. Yeah. So the flashbang itself, when it went off, blew Lady Callie black.
Blah.
And she was like, nah, back off the pedestal. And it blew, it blew Detective John forward. He rolled down off the platform, and Simon grabbed, and he's all jacked up. Yeah, that's pretty much what happened. We ended with Nord free running up the entirety of the platform with his dirty dirk outstretched, trying to stab Lady Callie. Getting up in the smoke, he couldn't see because of it. Struggled around up there and realized she's not up there as he looks over the precipice of the platform, and she has fallen on the first rung. She's now standing. There's a red, ominous light coming off of her, sort of billowing around her acolyte robes. And she's young now, as you had seen her before, old. And it looks like she has 2 little devil horns as she looks up with a very fierce look. Her hands outstretched like fingernails, like claws, and she does not look happy whatsoever with Nord or anybody. She's unhappy all the way. So,
And also, she has bad luck. At least I'm not sure how long that lasts. If there's only one.
indeed. Well, what did you actually do?
So, I used a new ability that I got called Thy Will Be Done, and I used it to invoke the name of Ereshka Gal, and basically in invoking her to cause some indirect interference in Lady Callie's plans.
Right. So basically, you swore upon one of Lady Callie's enemies just by dint of Ereshkigal being the direct enemy of the Dark Dreamer, who Lady Callie supposedly worships.
Levas.
Levas. And yeah, she mechanically should have a chaos die when she does stuff. Unless you were wrong about the whole thing, but out of game you weren't. You pretty spot on. In game though, when we believe something,
Well, but
how we
also,
defend it.
in terms of like in game, Leah doesn't really necessarily have any direct experience to know that Ereshka Gal would interfere in any way whatsoever. Other than she thought it would mess with, Lady Callie, basically. But
Right. It's more like more messing with her mind. Right. So yeah, that is where we are. This cliffhanger moment. Nord standing up there, Lady Callie looking up, and she said something. It was something dark and foreboding, and I can't remember exactly what it was. It was like, you ruined everything. Something like that. Right. No, it's
I
taken.
think that Andrea's frozen. No.
Nani?
No, you got deer in the headlights. Look. So
I'm just
we're in
eating
rounds.
food.
We're in turns, or rounds of bidding. We're the third stage where finally the antagonists get a turn. The cunning round has already gone. The world action has already gone by. And after 2 rounds, the antagonists.
Spend cunning.
You've already spent cunning.
Oh, I thought. Oh, okay.
Yeah, the cunning round, you ass. The cunning round is. He said it too with a smile. Like, it's in cunning. Yeah, the original rules of DreadLore were you could spend cunning as much as you wanted.
Nice.
And then
I'm pretty broken.
we played it for this one campaign for a long time on it, and they got to the big bad evil guy, most powerful character in the game, like in the book, and they defeated him in 1 round because all of them blew it was like 21 cunning. Just like he's like, haha, I will defeat you. Done. And I was like, all right, rule change. And that's when it went in the book. I was like, that is broken as fuck. Anyway, indeed, motherfucker, your cunning's out. You've already been cunning. The ground shakes once again. Distant thunder, muffled by feet, meters and meters. I don't know what I'm saying. You're too close to Canada. Meters and meters of dirt above you, since you're underground in the sunken temple. And the water and such. Obviously, the thunder must be loud. A groan from behind the platform. Nord, as you're standing on top of this ziggurat, it's this miniature ziggurat, in all of this fog, and you see this red ominous light here, and the evil eyes, or evil looking eyes of Lady Callie, boring holes in you. One of your bids, which was something along the lines of being perceptive, is still up. You notice behind her, just shadowed, cloaked in the darkness of the room, but maybe from the ambient light coming off of her, you can see it. The outline of a door, ground floor, mirroring the front door. This is a back door. It's smaller, single door size. It's not the big double door, terror. It looks reinforced. There's maybe some sort of metal or iron or something. Remember, all the architecture in here is ancient looking. No one has bid to find out what it is, of course, but it is reminiscent of something you all have probably seen. It's a different way of building that's out of time. The rest of you, standing more towards the front of the room, Simon, you're kneeling, sort of cradling almost, helping Detective John, who looks severely beaten. You've seen people in this state. He's probably not going to die, but he's probably going to pass out. Likely his ribs are broken. It looks like maybe a few of his fingers. His face is just mashed potatoes. Whether he can walk is a big question. He doesn't have his gloves on or any of that stuff, any of the therapeutic equipment. Not very far from you, a little bit behind, towards the doorway, the entrance where the two double doors are. We'll say off to the right is Tony. Tony, you're standing there just a couple feet from the wall behind you. To your right is a large brazier, roaring with a blue fire. Different bits and pieces of something or another are in the coals. You can see them burning. You might even be somewhat frightened to look in, because the last time you guys looked into one of these braziers, you saw skulls and bones and of people, the burned people. As Tony, you have this book currently closed. It's thrumming with a weird energy, an electric kind of energy that you can feel flowing down to your elbow and up to your shoulder, almost like a nerve pain. You can feel the connection you have with it. Unfortunately, you don't quite understand it. Leah, you're in the room as well. You'll be off to the left of it, just to be symmetrical. And Simon, you're directly in front of the door, right? So it's Leah, Simon, Tony. Leah, behind you is, and sort of between you and Simon, is Mariah, your daughter, who's staring up at Nord, her mouth's kind of open, mouth breathing, as you can tell she's probably going to run up there in a second with him. In her hand, did you guys give her a gun? I feel like you gave her a gun.
I don't recall.
Yeah,
It would have wet bullets if we did.
Yeah. Regardless.
On one hand, I want to say no, but on the other hand, this is America.
Yeah. Gotta give kids guns.
Does she have a gun? We'll say that she has a she has a stick that she's picked up. It's like, holding it, it's just so. There's a little pointy end. This little 12-year-old, scrappy as fuck looking, kind of like Arya Stark, except deranged, is wide-eyed looking behind you. As Leah, you're sitting there, seeing all of this. Really quick, just getting from you guys. Through description, what do your characters physically look like? How hale are they? We'll start with Tony.
I still have the animal garb on. I look like I'm probably in the midst of some weird fraternity hazing ritual. But underneath the garb, you can see the tattered part of a uniform that might be for a job Tony's about to lose. And underneath a light jacket is what's clearly a book. And it's probably throbbing and lighting up and just looks really weird.
So is that just a book in your pocket, or are you happy to see me? I mean, you did say it was throbbing, so like...
Yeah. It's got words.
All right, how about Leah?
So, okay, now this is an interesting question I don't think any of us asked before. So in terms of like physical looks, right? With the plot armor, because obviously part of it's, like literally whatever armor you have on. If, let's say you didn't have any wounds, but your plot armor is 0, would that translate to any physical damage, or would you just be more like your clothes look really bad?
So that's a really good question. It's based in flair, like it's just the description. The idea though is, once your plot armor is gone, you are then taking damage. So
Okay.
if you've lost the plot armor because you've been in a fight, then you look like you've been in a fight, but you're not actually hurt, right? Maybe
Okay.
you're a little scruffed up, maybe something's torn, perhaps, but not necessarily. If the damage came from, like, I don't know, not gamma rays, like some sort of radiation, then you might not look worse for the wear. You might maybe look a little more tired or something.
Okay.
The idea is that player characters have plot armor because it's about you, so you literally have the plot armor, right?
Okay. So in that regard, I would say that Leah, she looks pretty roughed up. Like her hair is probably pretty messy looking. Her clothes are, particularly since really we haven't had a change of clothes in like half a day anyway. Plus
you
all the
guys
stuff we've
probably
been
look
doing.
rough.
Yeah. So Leah's clothes are all torn, and actually, if someone were like looking at her really closely, there would be a lot of tears in her clothes that are like bloody and stuff, without some kind of, like, it looks like there should be a wound there, but there isn't. Which might look, which if somebody was really paying attention would look really odd, but
like the Highlander or something.
yeah.
Nord.
I look I look like
Good.
I got the good on. I'm wearing one of their cultish costumes, so I'm wearing this ram kind of harness hat on my head. It looks like it's probably hard to tell. I mean, is Nord Bigfoot? Is he a trapper from the days before showers, like in the American West? Is he a homeless guy like that's gonna ask you for money on the street that's done way too many drugs? And you can see it on him. He is gaunt and he is unsettling, and I would imagine everyone in this room kind of wants to like move away from him.
Yeah, no, I love that. All right, and Simon.
Well, you see Simon, he's knelt down on one knee next to Detective John. He's also wearing a deerskin cloak. It is over top of his suit, which is tattered and looking worse for wear. He's favoring his side where there's a branch all the way through. And he's tried to staunch the flow so it's not bleeding as much as it was, but it still doesn't look that great. And somehow he still has his fedora on. I don't know how. But
That's the plot armor right there.
It's all sopping wet and like hanging down where it shouldn't hang down.
You're not that old.
Yeah. But it's one of them that it's gonna have to be really dried out and starched to get it the build to go back to normal.
I'm hilarious. Yeah, as Lady Callie standing there looking, staring daggers at your dagger, Nord, a wicked smile crosses her face, sort of erupts on her face. And Nord, you realize this close, she's actually, she looks pretty good. You know, for a 1,000-year-old crone woman. Maybe the thought crosses Nord's mind, perhaps, what happened? Something happened. When you'd walked in or burst into this room, she was finishing up sacrificing someone and pushed their decapitated body off the platform. As she looks up, she arms outstretched. You can feel almost like a pressure, an increase in pressure in the room as her left hand flexes. And through your peripheral vision, you see something flying towards her. In a flash, as though she's using the Force, Empire Strikes Back has come out at this point. It's 1980. And supposedly, Revenge of the Jedi, not yet renamed, will be coming out soon. As at first you might think it's a staff that she's pulled to her. But you see, this is no staff. It is no staff.
Harry Bunkum says, "What a woman."
What a woman. An extremely large piece of metal and wood, this length of wood, and at the top, the apex of it, blade of some sort. Is it an ancient weapon? Is it yeah, you don't know what it is. And I'm not going to tell you for free. She is holding this thing. It looks gnarly as fuck. There's runes written all the way down the blade's length and wrapping around in this ornate haft that she's holding on to. As with her other hand, she's doing the point at you. Goes into the 2-finger point. she rears back and throws this thing at you. As she calls out, "Die!" and throws it.
I want to dodge.
Yeah, that would be a reaction roll.
I would like to dodge that shit.
Oh.
I would dodge it.
Can I use my Derringer?
Your Derringer?
My Dirgy Jerk? I'm sorry, I don't have a Derringer. Oh, I do have a Derringer. It's too many weapons with a D. I would like to use my Derringer to maybe carry this out of the way. I don't know. I probably.
What are you trying to do?
I think the reality is I should just try to dodge it, not even try to parry it. I think that would be easier. And maybe use the Derringer as a. If it's coming at me, I'll use it as a shield and like swipe it off.
Do you mean Derringer or do you mean Dirk? Because one's a gun.
I keep saying Derringer, but like.
I mean, it's kind of like Cowboy Bebop. That's kind of cool.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
it's not like it hasn't been done in fiction.
Yeah, no, it's a sword. I'm gonna use my sword, my Dirgy Dirk, and carry this off.
All right. Yeah. So this would be a grace, and your action die. Roll those first, of course. If you're gonna bid the ninja gear, totally cool. You get the extra die for it.
Uh-huh. I'm gonna bid the. There's an aspect of it that I added to it. Barbecuer. Because that was just in the description.
Yep. Barbacoa, please.
And can I use my attribute approaching Buddha with a sword as a defense?
Oh yeah, definitely. Yeah, I would throw down on this for sure. I would do lots to not get hit by this thing.
I'll use my cat-like reflex to activate the approaching Buddha with the sword, which is a new attribute that I have. I'm not 100% sure. It says to negate the increase to the threshold, defend yourself from multiple, because this is not multiple.
No, it's not.
Attack.
You can still use it though.
Can I use it? It's not upgraded at all.
Well, if it's not upgraded, it doesn't give you the bonuses. So it's just it's just a trait.
There's no. All right. Well, I will use that. Not at all then. I will take my attribute back. And I'm gonna use, because I'm sure that I need to use my coat of many colors as another attribute. Maybe. So we'll try that. So far, I have
So what I'm going to need for this, for everyone else, who would like to roll? We'll have Hulker, will you roll me a d10? And Andrea, will you roll me a d10? Nord, you're going to get a chaos die as well. It'll be a d6.
Okay.
As the weapon Lady Callie is launching at you is far heavier than the dirk that you're using, and also the weapon looks like it's supposed to be thrown. So this is literally how it's used. It's pretty rough to parry this away. So you get the extra die. I'm sorry, the chaos die. It could give you successes. Christ almighty, I can't talk to.
I rolled a 3.
All right, that doesn't do anything. Although you can re-roll it.
But I did get 3 successes, but I was wondering what the threshold is.
We're gonna find out real quick. It is really high.
Yeah, I can use proficiencies and
Yeah.
stuff.
It's definitely higher than that. What?
I rolled an
All right,
8.
well,
Okay, so that's 2, and then Holker, would you roll?
2 out of 10.
You got a 2.
Yeah.
Okay. The threshold for this is 6.
okay.
Ouch.
She has
Well,
a
I
bow
rolled-
def of 4.
I rolled a 12. Does that make any additional?
Yeah, if you roll a 12, do you have D12?
Yeah, my coat of many colors is
Fuck
very.
yeah!
It's
Yeah,
got
so,
a lot of attributes.
So, Simon, would you like to tell Nord what a D12 does?
Technically, that would be 3 successes, and he would get
Be
a
2
check
successes.
back.
So it would be
doesn't-
2 successes.
And
so right
you get
now
flair.
I'm at 5, and I rolled a 10 too. So I rolled.
That gives you flair too.
I got 2
Yeah.
flares.
Every time you get a 10 up, you get flair.
So I got 2 flares.
What a woman.
Layer it up. And that only gives me 5, so I need something else.
Yeah, degrees of failure right now. You are failing, but not by much.
Not by a ton.
Yeah, failing by more than 2 or more is worse than failing
Can
by just...
I use my Kevlar as
Yeah,
and it has an attribute called stifling?
yeah, that's
Really
a
high?
flaw. Absolutely.
Yeah.
Roll that extra die.
And that is not very many. It has 2 upgrades, so that is a D8.
8.
Is that correct?
Yep, correct.
And that is another success. That's 6.
All right, so you're at limbo right now. So you've used 2 ninja gear, so you're out of ninja gear. You've activated 1 ability. You have 1 more if you have 1 more ability if you want to do.
Well, I will then use no pain to activate jujitsu. Is that a thing? To like roll out of the way?
Do you
Or
do
to
you have
jump.
jujitsu as an ability?
Yeah, that's an ability. To
Yeah,
roll to the ground.
Do you have any upgrades?
Yeah, it's upgraded. It's got 2 upgrades.
Yeah, I would use that. That'll give you 7 successes.
That'll give me 7. Then
Yeah.
there we go.
Okay, describe how in the god does Nord get out of the way of this horrible weapon?
Lady Callie throws, and it's right at his face, or probably right at his torso, and he realizes that he's going to
Die.
die. Get dead. And so he just pulls out his dance move, and like he saw Michael Jackson dancing in the past, and
You guys hear?
sort of jumps out of the way and just barely allows his dirty dirt to push, and it probably scrapes his Kevlar armor a little bit, hanging up
Sure.
and ripping the suit of the cultist suit that he was wearing.
Oh yeah. As you definitely go to the ground, you do the what is it called? It's everyone was doing it back in like the
thing where they like
the worm. Are you gonna do it?
the worm. Yeah, the worm.
All right, do it.
Like
Do
I
it.
can't. You
Do
I'm
it.
doing it.
Nord does it better though. You know, a horrible spear thing is coming at him. As you see Nord drop him, does the worm as this weapon flies over. You guys see Nord do the worm, and this, perhaps it's a spear, flies over and sticks in the ground. It will stick. Let's do a chaos die to see if it hits Tony. Tony, roll a d6. Actually, Tony, roll a d12. That's be kind of shitty if it's
D12 coming right up. That is a 7.
Okay. Tony, you see it coming as it's coming nowhere near you, or nowhere near hitting you. A few feet from you, pink! This thing sticks cleanly in the stone. A good 6 inches. It is comically large. This thing's like 8 feet long. Just, and the haft is like the haft of like a baseball bat.
Tony
Or maybe a little thicker.
sees this land right in front of him. And he thinks to himself, I wonder if there's runes on this.
There's runes all over it. You can see them.
Oh, I walk right up and I try and read them.
All right, on your turn, you'll be able to do something. But as Tony, you start walking up to it, read on these runes. Get on your read. Lady Callie, seeing you pull out the worm, Nord, not impressed, as she kind of like snorts and way quicker than you've seen her move before. You know, she's got them young legs now. Runs around the side of the platform towards where the steps are, as she says something in this foul language of, well, you may or may not know what it is.
Esperanto. The red. Maybe.
You may be right. If you guys want to know, remember, this is the last time I'm actually going to say it. You can do, you can bid traits to know shit.
I'll bid.
Or you can ask, hey, can I bid or throw down? But I'm not going to announce it.
Can I bid Child of the World to?
Yes.
Just my language ability to kind of read into it.
As you have seen it, and you are correct, it is Esperanto. Although in the world, it's not.
It's the red.
It's the red.
Which I've read before.
Yep. As she says, Ataku ilin malsagoloi, means attack them, you fools. As Marcus Mizrahi turns, he's visibly shaking, sweat pouring off his body, as eyes wide as he sees Lady Callie roll around. The rest of you do too. She looks like she's in devil cosplay. She runs past Marcus and just starts three-stepping it towards Nord. Obviously, she is unhappy with him. Marcus turns, locks eyes with you, Leah. As you see him, you can't really hear it because his voice is very faint. He says, I'm sorry, in Hebrew. As you see his flesh begin to peel off his body, as he violently shakes and lets forth a horrible sound. Rebecca Foster, looking, grabbing her hair, this big tuft of hair, like all up, like Cruella de Vil style, seeing what's happening to Marcus, she just starts screaming in fear, maybe because she's afraid for herself. You don't know. But your husband, his flesh is flinching off of him. And from the flesh, where it was, protruding out, exploding out, these pinnacles and pus. As he starts growing in size, his head sort of folds back like a Pez dispenser. And coming out of his flesh body is one of those hulks with bulbous eyes and sea urchin style fins and spines and claws. As he rises up, yeah, all of you can make sanity rolls. Save for Nord.
I figured it would be Pez.
Toon. But what flavor? I loved everyone's reactions. It was this.
yeah.
It's this. Hold on, wait.
It's a lot. It's a lot to take in. We're stunned. We are stunned by it.
Someone was like, good luck on the stream. I was like, it's like dragging dead bodies. I just
oh no.
Well,
don't know. I don't know. What am I doing?
I was doing art in real
Okay.
time. I have an excuse.
You did the worm. You're all right.
Well, I got a 10, so I get a trait back. But so I got a total of 4 successes. Do I need more than that?
Threshold on this is 3, so you get it. However, Leah, this is your husband. How does Leah not lose sanity on this? Technically, by the rules, she doesn't. But how the fuck does Leah deal with this? He was cheating on me. Fuck him. I mean, what was it?
Leah is not yet resigned to, I guess, Leah would probably be too focused on fixing the situation, I guess, and stopping, what's happening. And I don't think she's, at least in her mind, she doesn't know exactly what the hell's going on anyway. So she might think that there's still a way to, fix him,
Right.
so to speak.
Right. She's hanging on by the fingernails and trying to state a task. So what does Leah do / look like as this is all happening?
When she sees him basically start, melting, for lack of a better way to put it, she'll probably get very bug-eyed for a bit, but then when it, the moment he stops basically being her husband and becomes a threat, her eyes will sort of glaze over and she'll narrow her vision and just become very focused looking.
Yep. Awesome. How about you other two?
Go ahead.
I rolled 4 successes.
Awesome. That is holy shit. Tony passed the sanity roll. What? Oh no. You're all fucked. Or perhaps this is a good omen.
I look at Marcus as he melts. And though I would never say it out loud, I think to myself, good riddance.
Ah! I thought you were gonna say, I'm glad it's not. Indeed, as you curl your lip almost in disgust, thinking that. And Simon?
You see him reach for his flask and take a swig off of it. And also passed with 4 successes.
Well done. As you take the swig of this rather nice, it's that whiskey that has been, aged at sea. Kind of gives you a kick.
Yeah.
As maybe you close your eyes, kind of wincing at the strength of the whiskey, head swimming a little bit, and pushing all of this bullshit. You'll deal with it later. You have better shit to do, bigger shit to do. Of course, that's about the time that you, Simon, remember who's to your left.
Now,
Mariah. Oh yeah. So, what are we doing with Mariah? Because you guys got a major goal last game, so she had 1 more, so she has 2 bids on her left. Since she's a narrative NPC, she has 3 total. She's at 2 right now, so you have 2 bids to do for her if you want to bid her.
I'm okay bidding her.
Yeah, let's do it.
What do you bid her to do?
To look away.
Close her eyes. Yeah. Or something.
Do you guys tell her to do that, or is she already doing it? Give me the story here.
I would say that the moment
I don't want to know
she
what you would do. I don't know what you do. I want the do-do.
Yeah.
I don't want the would do. I want the do-do.
I'm saying that I would say that just given based on everything that she's seen so far, the moment she saw that basically, like she saw his flesh start doing the weird stuff, she might know, like sort of instinctually know something bad is coming and just look away.
Yeah. As Mariah Simon, you'll see that she's got her head turned, her eyes firmly shut, not in fear, but in an odd wisdom. She doesn't want to see what is happening. As Marcus, or whatever he has become, roars, the ground seems to tremble at it as he takes a couple steps, and you see rocks falling off the platform. Seething and heaving, he turns and looks at Rebecca Foster. It's a very end of Ghostbusters moment. It's that kind of visceral fear that, the gatekeeper and the keymaster have, if you guys know what I'm talking about. The Hulk leaps off the platform 20 feet. Dirt and dust flying up. Let's see, he was on the right side, so he's closer to Tony, Simon. Oh goody. Oh goody. He takes a few quicker steps. This thing is rather lumbering on land. It looks as though it's probably far better, maybe a swimmer, or maybe a realm that has neither land nor sea. As he sort of takes these lurching steps towards which one of you? Nord, would you roll me a D6? Tony is 1, 2, 3. Simon is 4, 5, 6. As
3.
It takes a couple steps towards you, Simon, and then just turns, almost by chance, towards Tony. Coming rather close to you, Tony, as you're moving towards the weapon, I'm going to call it from now on. We'll see if I trip up and actually tell you what it is. It bellows at you. It's not close enough to actually hit you. You can make a reaction roll as this horrible sound threatens to explode your eardrums and make you fall down crying. Simon and Leah, you being nearby, your ears immediately just like you have that it's like a jet engine sound. It just digs into your brain. And Nord, of course, you hear this horrible howling down below. The threshold on this is 3. It is 3 right now.
So I rolled nothing.
Well, you should roll 2 dice.
Yeah, I rolled 2 dice. Yeah. So
right.
I'm gonna bid my period of life hardened, and reroll one of them.
Yeah.
That's 1 success.
Remember, you got
And then
2 ninja gear, and you got 2 abilities. If you want.
I'm gonna bid. I had this written down on my sheet.
Yep.
Shotgun.
Okay. So you have a shotgun.
Probably a sawed-off one.
Okay. Yes. So you're gonna bid this to do what? How are you using this shotgun? To avoid the sonic boom. It's really not a sonic boom. It's a howl that inspires fear and terror and hurts your brain in that regard.
Actually, you know what? Screw it. 38 special.
Because you're like, ah! Your hair's like blowing back in this foul roar as you pull out your 38 special, giving you maybe a little gusto. Does it have any traits on it?
No.
Okay, roll a d4. That's the extra die it gives you.
Yeah, I'm still at 1. One success.
You got your two abilities. You got one other.
Oh, yeah.
You can also bid the book, because that's in Ninja Gears too.
Actually, you know what? I'm going to go ahead and bid Blended Existence.
Yes. To activate what? What ability to activate?
Because I'm undead. This monster...
Allegedly.
Allegedly. But, you know, somehow it just works.
Mm-hmm.
We don't know why. What became of Marcus? I'm assuming that's what I'm facing.
Mm-hmm. Allegedly.
You know, he can't really see. I mean, he sees me, but it's kind of like double vision.
Mm-hmm.
Right, like he's kind of half drunk. Yeah. And you know, he kind of misses the mark. Like it's like I might be there, but I might be somewhere else.
I enjoy this. Right, so the Blended Existence is a trait that Holker just took, and essentially it's an ability he hasn't upgraded yet. And we've got some secrets going on with his character now. I like that. So you fail by 1, essentially. As you bid Blended Existence, turning, you see this thing rolling up at you, roaring, as your ears feel like they're going to bleed. It's difficult to hear, of course. There's the ringing in the ears. But Tony, there is something different. You feel it deep down. You don't know what it is, maybe. Maybe you do. Maybe you have guesses. But this almost... It's like when you're really drunk and you go outside and it's winter, and it feels like you're wearing yourself. Does anyone know what I'm talking about? I need nods, raising of hands, anything. Thank you. Anybody? Imagine wearing yourself like a glove. It's like you're wearing a skin suit, Tony. As this Hulk, its bulbous eyes kind of like look at you, and it cocks its head for a moment, as in fact you see it slightly turn away and start looking towards Simon. Simon, of course you see this. Nord, Lady Callie is running up behind you. You hear her footfalls, barefoot. Quickly up to the top. You can basically see where she is because she's illuminated in kind of red glow. You're harder to see. Would you like to bid or throw down to avoid her gaze?
You're muted.
You say all of that.
Is it cunning time, or is it bad time? Bad guy time.
Still bad guys time.
Okay. I feel like I'm partially translucent.
Yep.
From before, and I'm pretty much in the smoky area that I just threw a bunch of smoke. So I would imagine I'm hard to see.
Right.
So I would definitely like to throw down and my ability to be seen. Plus, why don't I just go ahead and say chameleon? I'll bid chameleon for her to not see me. I'm gonna. As
you bid chameleon, having described that scene, you can see her coming up, and you're already doing the work on the ground. As you sort of move off to the side, crouched in
oh yeah, I'm laying on the ground to hide from her. Nice.
Yeah, in the fog, she gets to the top and looks around, immediately not seeing you. As you see her sort of sneer, you can gather, Nord, that she probably thinks you read. As she squints and then turns away from you, reaching out her hand toward perhaps where Simon and Tony are. Last bit of the antagonist's turn. Tony, next to you, you obviously see the Hulk. Just across from you, maybe 10 feet, 15 feet, is Simon. And within 3 or 4 feet of you is this weapon stuck in the ground. You see it move, kind of like Luke's, lightsaber in Empire. Yeah, you get it. As you see it lift out of the ground. I'm not gonna do it. Fly. Okay, it's gone. As she snatches it back.
Then nobody needs to go for that.
Player turn. Actions on you guys.
Wait, so that was when we were supposed to spend cunning.
No, that was the antagonist turn.
Okay.
Yeah.
You guys had already spent cunning, so it was the antagonist.
Oh,
It
okay.
was just a reaction to grab the.
You could have, but I'm not going to announce the rules anymore.
Yeah. I wasn't
Because
here.
y'all gotta figure it out or ask.
I'm certain that I couldn't have gone for it.
No, you could not have. But that kind of table talk is okay if you want to, police each other. Go on.
I'm going to look at John and be like, are your brew gloves in here? If I get them, can you use them?
No, I don't know. I don't know if they're here or not. Bastards probably destroyed them. As he kind of looks up at you. I mean,
Can I spend a narrative point to say that he does know where they are?
yes! You absolutely can use your resources to affect the fiction.
Yeah, that's what I want to do. And I'll be like, I don't know how much can I get with the narrative point. Can I get him to
go for the moon, baby. Some
Okay.
people don't do much. Some people move to LA. Who knows?
Well, I'm going to say that he knows where they are and can tell me either if he can use them or if I can use them without hurting myself.
All right, well, you're gonna have to role play that as he looks up at you and he says,
Okay.
"You see all the negativity in his eyes, or his one open eye." He says, "Probably in the back. Probably there's a room back there. Hold on a second." Spits out a couple teeth.
Okay. If I get them, can you use them?
Yeah, I can use them, but they might. He looks down at his body. It might kill me. As he looks up at you, you could.
If I put them on, can I get them off again?
He kind of looks at you. Would you want to?
Yes.
As he kind of looks at you. There's a way to do it, yeah.
Hey.
But it's going to be rough. It's going to be hard.
Tell me how to put them on without hurting myself. And as I'm saying this, I'm going to drag him over to behind one of the columns, so he's at least in a little bit of cover.
Yep. Do you go towards the Hulk or away from it?
Away from the Hulk.
Okay, so you're moving away from Tony. You're moving toward Leah and Raya. There's a pillar at all the four. They're not the four corners. It's little tiny pillars that go up. You guys, I can describe it and you're gonna give me this look. So, whatever. There's 4 fucking columns in the room. You can figure out where they are. As you move over to where the column is, past Leah.
Okay. I'm gonna get him there. And if I still have move, I'm gonna try to head towards the door. So I don't know
Which
how
door?
far. The back door that he said.
He kind of points around where the platform is. It's back there.
Okay.
All right. What do you bid to get back there?
I will bid
On your turn, assuming you want to.
I will bid evasive. Because I'm trying to get. I know there's action going on, so I'm trying to get there as quick as I can without drawing attention to myself.
Simon, as you're doing the I'm 30 or 40 years old run, around the platform, you run past the body of Abigail DuPont and the decapitated body that was pushed off this mini ziggurat, kind of like an apocalypto. That's what I pretty much based it off of. As you do, when running around ancient ruins and such, you know how there's sometimes like, because we've all done this, right?
Yeah.
Jesus. You know how there's sometimes like this weird mold or algae that's sort of streaming down from pieces of it? There is that all over the place, and it's in this dark recess, so it's like the perfect breeding ground. Your footfalls are squishing, you're sort of sliding around and shit, as maybe you actually fall down to like a knee. You pick yourself up pretty fast, but it's one of those, oh my fucking patella.
Yeah.
As you look down and can smell the blood. The floor is drenched. As it might dawn on you, they've been sacrificing all week. There's a lot that's been going on. Maybe these questions of, wait, I thought Leah mentioned there was only supposed to be, 3 or something, or what's going on? That's all I'm gonna give you. You have to do something for the rest. As you...
I will bid,
Dead Souls. Good band name.
I'll bid my flaw Night Terror, because I'm afraid.
Shit.
I'm afraid that there's more going on.
And meets the eyes.
Yep.
As bidding Night Terror, you realize there's definitely more. You can see the red glow from Lady Callie. Maybe even you can see as Nord off to the side, you can kind of see like his ass hanging over the edge like a little bit, Maybe you guys even share a glance. Nord, perhaps you see him. That's up to you guys. As you realize, Lady Callie's definitely doing something off the reservation. Like, this has nothing to do with Lev. As in, this doesn't.
Right, yeah. This is something completely different in here.
As you slide around, you get to this door. Again, it's post and lintel. Of course, the two posts have an angle to them, so they kind of look like, the trapezoid-looking things. Big fuck all you door, all Dungeons and Dragons styles. It's reinforced, big old lock on it. Looks like a dungeon door.
Okay.
It'll have a sign. It says no exit, whatever.
I'll bid power through to try and get it open.
As you get to the door, you don't need to bid.
Okay.
As you slam into it, powering through, the door, is it locked or not? That's the question. Leah, will you roll me a D6 or a D12? And Simon, we call high or low. Question being, would they lock that door? I don't know.
Hello.
It was high.
As damn it! Who locks the door? In 1982, people don't lock their doors at this.
Yeah.
Why are they locking the doors?
Well, because
right.
they're a cult.
Action is still on you guys.
So I'll go ahead and go. Leah, is Lady Callie still within visual? Like, could Leah see her? Okay,
Oh, yeah.
I just want to make sure. So Leah would actually kind of seize the opportunity, and I'm going for this. I'm going to bid a sociopath to basically taunt Lady Callie by saying, Lady Callie, I can see why you've been working so hard. I mean, it must really grate you to know that you are the second pick.
Leah's just a troll.
Yeah.
She's like, hey, bitch, you're bald. You got bow legs, motherfucker. Look at you, chicken leg. You're ugly. Yeah, and what do you bid to do this?
Sociopath.
Sociopath. There's levels here. Yeah, as you've been sociopath saying this, knowing probably, it's gonna make a dig. What is your intention? What do you wanna get out of this?
A combination of things. Initially, I mean, primarily it's sort of to throw Lady Callie off of her game, but in doing so, you know, I recognize as someone who did this for a living that it is not unlikely I could get her to reveal more information merely in a act of defiant, monologuing, so to speak.
If you want to make someone talk, you get them mad or get them drunk.
Yeah.
As you say this, you visibly see her maybe not lose her composure, but you see her hackles raise a bit. She bristles. You see her like shrug her shoulders. Leah, you realize she's different than the woman you saw, the crone sort of version of herself you saw at Abigail Butte's house, or Annabelle Butte's, sorry. As the crone, she has immense composure. It's almost like the wisdom is in the years. Maybe drunk on a little bit of youth. She doesn't have it as much. She's more affected. As she kind of turns just slightly towards you, one eye over the shoulder, and she sees you. But she's got bigger fish to fry. You can tell. You've affected her. Now, roll me a d6, and we'll see if that chaos die is in your favor. If it's a 1, you really affect.
Wait, do I do or don't want a 1 this time? I do want a 1.
You're rolling it for her, so you do want the 1.
Gotcha. Not quite. It was a 2.
All right. As she's close, she kind of turns back, maybe huffing a little bit. Do you move? Do you go anywhere? Do you do the worm as well? I mean, Nord is
Let's see.
throwing down. Just saying, he's breakdancing. Out there.
Presumably, I'm gonna assume that I'm within shooting range. So the moment I actually see her attention
You're
turn
like 50,
away
60
from me
feet
again.
away. Yeah.
Okay. Well, yeah, that's cool. But anyway, the moment I see her attention turn away from me, I will actually I mean, I have my pistol out, but I will quick draw, the pistol and shoot her.
Yeah, that makes sense. What do you bid to do it?
I will bid. What do I have left for that? Seasoned. To do the action.
Yep.
I'll see what I get on that first, depending on what I need.
Simon, will you roll me a d10? Nord, will you roll me a d10?
Huh, I got 5 on both of so that's a total of 2 successes.
1 success.
1.
Okay, the threshold for this is 6.
Okay. So, well, I'm definitely gonna bid soldier to activate Master at Arms. That'll give me 4 successes.
Master at Arms should only give you 2 successes. Oh, you had 2.
Oh, I had
dice.
2.
I see.
Yeah.
Yep. And Tony, would you roll me a d6 and tell me if it's a 1? Because she has a chaos die on all of her roll.
In regards to...
Does she have a lower bow depth because she was attacked?
No, she wasn't attacked.
Oh, not this turn.
Yeah, she has not been attacked.
Okay.
Is this something, like, in regards to the fact that I've basically been antagonizing her, is this something that, like, I could use Terminal and Philosophy or Counterpoint for?
Yeah, absolutely. And Nord, good rules call. You'll get a pip for that.
Oh, nice.
So for that one, I'll bid Cruel to activate counterpoint, I suppose.
Sociopath and cruel. I like it.
Well, because at this point, I mean,
Now I get it. You don't have to justify it at all.
she's just being mean to be mean because she hates this woman.
Yeah, she mean. She mean. Poor Lady K. Come on. She's just trying to be young.
Yep. I'm surprised Loretta Levine's not around.
I mean, are you? Really? If you were Loretta Levine, would you be around?
Well, I mean, if she was, Leah would be getting her wrath. You know.
Yeah.
You are so close to knowing what's up. Just think about it. Yeah, what are you doing, Leah?
Yeah, I'm pulling the trigger with my special rune bullets.
Yeah, and what was your successes?
It's a total of 6.
All right, that is Limbo.
Can I bid the pistol to get an extra success?
Have you bid? So on your turn, you can do 2 abilities and 2 ninja gear.
Yeah, I have not bid any ninja gear yet.
You can do it twice if you want. So long as they're different traits.
Pistol.
Yep.
And it
how many
has
traits you got?
Soul Bond, which is a.
Yep, so that means it's a D6. So everything is a D4. Every trait thereafter is 1 die type higher, including, as in, flaws add to that.
Gotcha. I'm going to use one of my proficiencies to reroll that, because that was not. Okay, that's better. That's a 6 that time.
Woot.
So that is a total of. Yeah, that is a total of 7, and now I'm going to do the damage.
Yep, and remember you get that +1 because you beat it by 1.
Yeah.
Also, remember, as many successes as you guys get, like, you can always blow the load, gain tons more successes than you need, and add that to damage. So if you were to bid the other ninja gear and gain 2 successes, it'd be 2 extra damage. I'm not saying to do that, I'm saying that's a way of using the. Or if you're already on top of the successes, you can be like, oh, I can activate 2 abilities, get a +4 damage.
So that will be a total of 10 damage.
Leah, you shoot this blast. As you do, you hear yet again the echoes of an ancient voice, or perhaps a voice that has yet to record. Time and space whirl around these bullets. Timey-wimey. This is a more gentle voice. Perhaps that of someone who's younger, or perhaps a woman. You don't know. It says L'Arcane Staruza, which Nord, you having your bid already up, worldly and such, or a child of the world, I believe.
Do I hear that?
Oh yeah. Well, every time they use the bullets, you guys hear the mage who wrote them, their voice. It's La Arcana Estas Rusa, which you know means the arcane or magica is tricksy. Could be translated to is addictive or chaotic. As this bullet explodes out, slamming into Lady Callie's shoulder, or her shoulder blade, Nord, you see blood blossom exploding out from her front. There's a hole about the size of a walnut in the front that explodes out as she goes down to a knee. Her eyes wide, blood immediately exploding out of her mouth and her nose as she looks down in astonishment and horror at the hole in her.
And as Leah sees that the damage, struck home, so to speak, she'll actually take, like, not significantly, but she'll take a few steps closer and basically yell out, "Who said you could look away from me, you 2-bit stage performer?"
Ah! I'll give you a narrative point for that. Ooh, doggy. I'm having to actually look up mechanics. All right, that is Leah. Actions on Nord and or Tony. We'll give it to whoever wants to go first.
I will go.
You can go, Tony. Yeah, go ahead.
I take out my 38 and I shoot Lady Kelly.
All right, as you do the boom
With a
all right,
bullet.
what do you bid to do it? With a bullet? Is it a magicka bullet or is it just a normal bullet?
It's a normal bullet.
As you spit on it, shoot.
Maybe
is this
it'll
one of the
work.
bullets that you dried, or is it like a bullet that's likely not going to work?
It probably won't work, but we'll see.
All right. Well. All right. What do you bid?
I'm going to bid. I am going to bid. Guard.
Okay, so this is how it's going to work. Because I think dice are great, but I don't want to just determine everything by dice. You'll get a chaos die with it, with your throwdown. So you'll need to throw down. Action die and grace. And then a d6 as well. Because this is a potentially wet and or dud bullet, it will not deal as much damage as a bullet. And that's going to be the effect of it, assuming you hit her. Oh, yeah, I see.
First I roll my chaos.
Oh,
die.
right. What?
It's a 5.
Indeed. All right, so that's an extra success. Right now, she is at about a 4 minus the 3. And we got a... I'm going to say she doesn't react because she's... she did not expect what just happened. She got a hole blown through her. So the threshold is 3 right now.
I'm at 4.
All right, so roll your damage, and you get a +1 for it.
All right. Here goes. That's a 2d4 plus 1. But there's a penalty, right?
Don't worry about that. Do 2d4 plus 2.
All right. 7 total.
All right. As your bullet, you kind of hear it go, "Pah!" Maybe the first bullet is a dud as you release that one in your revolver, thumbing the chamber. What's it called? The spinny thing? Andrea, help.
Cylinder.
As you spin the cylinder to one that looks a little bit less sullied, and firing it, you can even smell maybe some of the gunpowder has a different smell to it. Maybe because it's wet. Who knows if this is real or not? But you know what isn't real? Magic. As you shoot this fucking bullet, it hits her other shoulder. Makes sort of a thud. As she does move with it, you can tell it doesn't deal as much damage to her, but she is not happy about it. Nord, you have waited mechanically sound.
Yeah, I'm kind of super afraid of Lady Callie, so I'm gonna.
You shouldn't attack her. You should run away from her.
I'm gonna do. I don't know if I can do this.
She's not really injured. She has tons and tons and tons of numbers attached to her sheet. She should run away.
Yeah, no, I'm gonna take my little dirgy dirk and
Going last is not advantageous at all when attacking a bad guy.
and I would like to call a shot. I would like to just put her out of her misery. Just
Oh yeah.
and I would like to bid surprise kill, and like shove my like dirgy dirk through the base of her skull.
Okay. The base of her skull is gonna be hard since you're
just
front.
I'm in her front. Well, just right up through the.
Okay. As you run up to her, you worm up to your feet, pad, in your fucking like elk outfit as he tries to stab
Ram
her.
up to her.
What do you?
Yeah.
Oh. What do you
And then I'm gonna bid another aspect of my dirk, which is.
Well, hold on. What do you bid for the action first?
Oh, what I bid? Was that not surprise kill?
Oh, surprise kill. So you're bidding surprise kill. Throw down first.
Okay. Surprise kill. But
So it'd be your action and your aspect, and then add
kind
to
of
that.
Excess. So yeah. Oh yeah. Okay. I'm definitely. I feel like I go into these battles, and I'm trying to do too much. So I need to. So that's
Hulker?
3 successes.
Well, tell me every. Hulker, will you roll me d10? She definitely reacts seeing your pelted ass run at her. And Drizzle, will you roll me a Her
That's
current
7.
codef is 2. So how many successes is it?
That's 4 total successes if I bid the dirt.
Okay. The threshold at present is 4, so you're at limbo.
Okay. Oh, was it not 3 because she was attacked?
She got
before?
2 successes on her reaction.
Oh, okay.
Plus her bodef of 2 because she's been attacked twice.
And all right, that I think I don't know. Can I bid? It worked in the past to activate the dirk again. I can't do it again, can I? Can I accidentally hit the flash of my camera to like distract her maybe a little bit?
So you can bid the dirk up to twice so long as it has that many traits. You can bid the dirk itself and then traits on top. Absolutely.
It's got 3 traits.
Are they exhausted or not?
Two of the traits are exhausted, so I have one more trait.
Yeah, so you can absolutely do it twice.
Runic.
Yep, that's one of the benefits of having multiple traits on it.
Yeah. Runic.
Yep, so bid that and get your extra die and see what happens.
And that is a D10. No, I think. Oh, yeah. Okay. Right. And that's 2 more successes. Oh my god.
All right, so you get 1 over. No, you have 2, so you get a narrative
2
point.
over. Yeah, narrative point. Okay.
So roll that damage.
Spend a narrative point that she looked
roll the
at
damage and spend your narrative point. Oh, really quick. Sorry, we have one more thing to do. Because you went for a headshot, you get a chaos die as well. So roll it. D6.
Nice.
Don't roll a 1.
D6. All right, I rolled a 3.
All right.
But-
As that gives you 4 damage on top. So roll your damage.
I did. I rolled
And
a
you're
2.
gonna get. Yep, and you'll get
Then I get
plus
2
6.
more.
Yep.
So 6. 8. 6. 2 plus 8. 6. 8.
Yep.
Okay.
Math, I swear.
Math is not my
It's really
strongest
not.
subject.
What's the damage on your dirk?
2. 1d4 plus 2.
Okay. So you roll 1d4 plus 2. What did you roll total?
2. Well, I rolled a 2 total.
Right, so that means 4 plus 6,
4.
so 10.
10. Okay. I trust you.
I mean, I programmed it. You would.
I trust I don't know where you got that.
Where I got it from,
I'll go
you
back.
have it. Where it is, you rolled 2 on the die, and it has a plus 2, so you're at 4. That's what you roll.
Okay.
Then you beat it by 2, so that's 6, right? But you did a headshot, which gives you a plus 4. Right, so you did 10 total. Drizzle knew what was up. He's the person who keeps me in track.
Yeah.
I do not know this woman.
He really
I do
does.
not like this woman.
All right. You stab her with a dirty dirk. Let me consult the rules real fast. Talk amongst yourselves.
If you are confused about what we're doing right now, we're playing a role-playing game. We do this every Monday night at 7:00 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Tonight, we're playing the game called the Red Writ, and it's based off this wonderful, thing written by Trois Productions, or it's in the world of DreadLore, which is a book that you can order on the internet. You can find it all sorts of places. You can learn more about this book and maybe some of our other podcasts at our Linktree/DreadLore, or become a Patreon at patreon.com/DreadLore, I think. And you can do all kinds of stuff. You can give us a coffee if you like, and that's spelled K-O-F.
I
don't know how to spell it.
I didn't spell it. It's K-O-F-I.
K-O-F.
It's pretty cool. It's like a tip. So like Patreon is like, hey, look, you're giving us money every month to support us, more long-standing. Coffee is like, hey, we dig it. Here's $2. I mean, it's kind of cool, and I just found out about it. Actually, Natalia Cline is the person who told me about it.
Who's a Patreon, and thank you, Natalia.
I think it's bigger overseas than it is here.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
So for all those Canadians, they're overseas. They basically are, I mean, pretty much.
Yeah.
They're both Atlantic and Pacific.
Well, if you think about what a sea is, okay? I mean that. Anyway.
The
Holker,
Sea of
help me.
Michigan.
I mean, it is a sea. It actually is not a lake, it's a sea.
I see.
Am I wrong? Am I wrong?
Do you want to know if the Great Lakes are seas?
They're seas.
I mean, they could certainly be mistaken for them.
No, they are. The definition has to do if sunlight hits the bottom. Oh!
I mean, one might say what you said is true from a certain point of view.
I'm gonna slap those ears off your...
Well, in that case, then you're probably looking at like the Sea of Lake Superior, the Sea of Lake Michigan, Huron, because they're one lake.
I could be completely wrong. I don't actually.
I mean, I'm pretty sure a sea still has
Making
to be saltwater, though, doesn't it?
That's what I'm thinking too.
No, I think if you can see it, it's a sea.
Hey, someone looked at chat. Help! You guys have the internet. Harry Bunkum says it's big in Japan. Sounds to me like you're fighting with a lady who knows how to fight better than you guys. Sorry. I don't know. She's not fighting with a gun.
I know that if it's a gulf, it's surrounded by water on three sides. I believe that they're probably lakes because they're surrounded by water on four sides, or surrounded by land on four sides. Gulfs are surrounded by land on three sides. I didn't look this up, and so I just feel like there's
Is the Dead Sea connected to a body of water?
No, the Dead Sea is its own internal drainage.
Yeah, that's why the Dead Sea is so salty.
Maybe it's a saltwater thing too.
Help, chat. Come on.
Sea is a large body of salt water
Oh, it is?
that is
Yeah.
partially surrounded by land.
Assault. It does. Water connects all the way around. You can go and go around Michigan and then go down the Mississippi, and I believe it connects all the way around, and then take a boat all the way back.
Kind of. So they're drained by the St. Lawrence River, whereas there is a canal in Chicago that connects Lake Michigan to the Mississippi drainage system. But naturally, those lakes drain into the Gulf of St. Lawrence in Quebec.
So here's my question.
Traders.
When you go down the Mississippi, do you always have to go with Colonel Jackson?
Nord, as you stab Lady K in the throat, very much like the other people who stabbed in the throat with the dirty dirt.
Make a.
As the blood spills out onto your hand, tacky. Roll sanity.
Yeah, I was expecting that. A little sanity. just expecting that. That is 3 successes so far.
This is limbo.
I guess that's what I'll do because I want to save my resources just in case she tries to hurt me.
She's gonna try to hurt you.
But she's not dying.
As she looks at you, the blade is up into her mouth. It's destroyed whatever's in there. Her tongue and such. You see the blade poking out, like poking her eyes. Some of the eye fluid is dripping out, and her eyes kind of going dead. Drizzle, how am I doing?
Yeah. I don't like that stuff.
as the other eye looks at you, and you see her smile. You feel her jaws clench against the knife, the dirk, as it kind of switches or moves your arm a little bit. She starts standing up with you there. The limbo will be, you're not frightened per se. I'm not going to tell you how Nord feels. You're not frozen, paralyzed, but there's a moment of what the fuck that Nord feels. This is the limbo. It's the absence of reaction, which is actually one of the worst things I could possibly do to you. Take that, saving your resources, you big boy.
Ouch.
You still gonna save them resources, buddy?
No.
As she grabs your shoulder,
I'm gonna bid
pulling out the dirk from her
sleight
face.
of hand. I'm gonna bid sleight of hand to try and keep that dirk in there.
All right, you're gonna bid that. You say,
Yeah.
Or you're gonna make a re-roll on the limbo. Okay.
Reroll.
All right. Remember, you got to achieve a greater success than you rolled on that die.
No. Can I use sleight of hand to activate quick and dirty as I feel it being pulled out of my hand to try to like wedge it in somehow?
Does quick and dirty have any upgrades?
It does. It has 2.
Had you used 2 abilities on your turn?
No, I used I didn't use any abilities on my turn.
Oh, then absolutely you can. You can do that twice if you wanted. Well, you can't do it twice, but yeah, you can use that absolutely.
I don't think I used. I bid a lot of ninja gear.
All right. Yeah, Andrea dropped her video.
Yeah, it's fun.
I mean, it looked good. It still looks good.
Well, it's
Hey.
got-
I got it. I just
All
have
right.
to notice it happening.
Yeah.
That's all.
As you bid that, technically, although I'm going to change this in the errata,
Sure.
technically, you have a narrative point on that.
Oh shit.
I'm going to make it to where you have the only way to get narrative points is to roll
Well,
the successes.
I would
But
like to.
in this game, I'm not. In this game, I'm not
Sure.
going because we've been playing
I'm
it
going.
this way.
Sure. I'm gonna do my narrative point. I'll use that right now to say that, what I'm doing to try and keep it in her as Nord is just he's it's like riding a bull. That's where his mind is at, and she's the bull, and he's riding her.
All right. So this is the sanity. As she lifts up, you keep the dagger in there. And the reason that I made you do all this in one fell swoop, because you were right. Normally it should be a different throwdown, but I wanted to see what happened because of the Dirgy Dirk's particular quality. So, roll damage again.
Ooh.
The idea being you're dealing double damage.
So that's
So that's the benefit. So you get 2 on the dice.
Mm-hmm.
Remember, you get the +2 for, because there's 2 die 4 +2, right?
Yeah, +2. So yeah, it's
So
but
4.
is that okay? 4, yeah.
Okay, and you beat it by 2, so 6 damage.
Yeah. Okay. Good job. Thank you.
As you see the runes alight and start burning in her, as she starts screaming and howling at this. But Nord, you're holding on. She grabs onto you. You see her head start alighting, smoking with fire. As she's screaming at you, you are also going to get burned.
I believe it.
Hey, Leah, roll me a d6.
Okay. Do I want it to be high or low?
I don't know what you want.
Would it be more
I'm not gonna tell you what you
advantageous?
want.
Oh man,
To who?
to Nord.
Oh, he wants low.
So I want a 1.
That'd be a 2. So
All right,
Good.
Nord, as you take 2 damage, this is from fire. The
Okay.
Dirgy Dirk is lighting her head up as you see her
is this
face starting to
magic?
cook like bacon. What?
Is this
As-
magic? Do I get magic resistance?
No, this is fire.
It's fire. Okay.
I
As
imagine,
she's go on.
I imagine she's sitting there and she leans in and just gives him a kiss, and it
Oh,
burns
yeah.
his flesh, and that's how he gets the.
Oh
no.
yeah. As she
It
is
kinda turns him
holding
on a
on to
bit.
you, as she says, "You're going to go down with me." Kinda
Yeah.
like the
Well,
Emperor, holding on to you, and she's pushing you back towards the ledge, kind of cackling as you see her face sort of slumping into the old woman. Yet she's like young too, and you see she's also like a dude, like, you know, as she's grabbing you and pushing you towards the edge. Does anyone have to go on this player turn? Anyone else?
I'm the
think
last
that's it.
one.
You're the
but
last one.
If she says she's gonna go down with me, I'm gonna say I wish I could have gone down on you.
whoa. Hey.
What do you bid?
You're hot. You're hot.
So hot she's on fire.
Hey. Actually, she looks pretty good in that one.
Yeah, she looks great. I'm gonna bid everyone's a little game because I mean I saw her kind of flicker into a guy
Yeah.
and a girl.
Yeah. Whatever.
And I'm gonna go with it. I mean I'm easy. This could have been different. It didn't have to go this way, but you fucked with me.
As you bid this, there's a moment where maybe she kind of pauses. She had marked you, as instead of pushing you over the ledge with her, she pauses for a second and she says, with a, fucking Dirk in her face, on fire. It's just kind of silly, isn't it? She says, "If you follow me," she grabs onto the back of your head and like kind of pulls your head down towards her nether reaches. "If you follow me," she's really strong, by the way.
Believe me.
"You can live to tell your tale forever. You could be young forever." You're going closer and closer to her fucking crotch as she takes her
I'm gonna
face
resist.
and
Oh.
right in there.
Oh.
Oh,
Oh. Oh.
uh.
So is that what you call a fire crotch?
All right, that's worth a narrative point. Fine. As their head is on fire, Nord.
Yeah, but I
you're
got
like, what
I got
do
the
you got?
thing in there.
Yeah, you do. World action.
Smell nice? Is it nice?
Yeah, she just sacrificed a bunch of people to get young. Yeah, she's
1,000. Yeah.
good. Yeah, it's fine. World action. Let's take a short break. I think ending on that note for a moment will be good. Take a 10-minute break on this bitch.
Anybody want to read us
Go
out?
get some water. Hey, thanks all lowercase letters for the music. Thank you for ttrpg Productions. Turns out ttrpg Productions has just put out, not like Nord, but has just come on. No, not funny. Has just put out the 3rd episode of The Startup. If you're interested in watching The Startup web series, it's 3 episodes. It's really funny.
Got more feels than Star Wars.
Thanks to the Patreon people. Natalia Cline. Thank you very much. Nostalgic. Thank you. Tim Roberts, all the way. Everybody say thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. And there's someone else. I forget their name. Who is it? What was it? Oh, right. Daniel Holker. Thank you very much, sir. Turns out Daniel is one
Double
of my
rainbow
players.
all the way.
To boom. If you want to jump on the Patreon, you know what to do. We got coffee as well. KOFI. There's links in the description. Hit that up. It will help us pay for everything. You can check all of our stuff out on Spotify or any podcast ever. Okay, that's a lie. Not any podcast ever, but most. I am adding this campaign, the Red Writ.
The Red Writ.
As well
Red
as
Writ.
Into Space. DreadLore live play. You can find all that shit out. Oh my god, we are just brimming with content, y'all. Help us
So
out.
many contents.
Thank you so much to our cast. Let's all announce ourselves. We'll start with Ken. Go.
I play Nord Zetterberg. My name is Ken Howl.
Andrea.
Yo, I am Andrea Elliott-Johnson, and I play Leah Mizrahi.
Drizzle.
I'm Drizzle, and I play Simon Vincent.
And the Hulkster.
My name's Daniel Holker, and I play Tony.
Thank you guys very much. All right, and I think that's all the announcements. Part 2 is coming up in about 10 minutes.
The Red Red.